Hello and welcome to the jaw and neck class. We are going to spend some time exploring this stuff up here. Please do not skip this class and do not underestimate this class. It's a really important class if you're someone who struggles to relax maybe. You get tension in like traps, pecs, struggle with shoulder mobility, or just have some neck tightness going on. This is stuff that we really want to clean up before moving on to other things. Some people love to move on to like fancy exercises and stuff like that. If we can get this right first, then especially in a lot of our breathing exercises, we won't be using our neck muscles as much, which are accessory breathing muscles. So we want them to be able to work, but not to be the dominant or the thing that's taking over. And for a lot of people with tension up here, shoulder issues, that's what's happening. So we are going to explore this. I think this is going to be cool information that you're not going to find in much other places. Simple things, so simple, but people don't appreciate it or understand it or don't know how to coach it or whatever. So we're going to just explore what the jaw does, open the airway a little bit, focus on the breath, focus on some good cues hopefully, and I think you'll make some really good benefits. I wouldn't be doing this necessarily before a workout or anything because you're going to be very relaxed after it hopefully. But I have my little board over here, so there's a few things we're going to explore. We're going to explore the movement of the jaw, left versus right, breath, assess the neck a little bit, maybe a little bit about what the eyes can do, getting the chest to open and close a little bit, teach you how to reach a little bit, and you'll feel like the thorax can turn. If you can teach the thorax to turn underneath the neck because the eyes need to stay on the horizon, then we can get some really nice things. So for a lot of people, if they could get the neck class right and the pelvis class right, a lot of other things take care of themselves. So what we're going to do here is going to come in, we're going to assess the neck first. Very quick assessment. Hopefully for most of this class, you actually won't need to watch us, so you can just listen and try and follow along a little bit and yeah, listen with it. My ankle is a little bit sore, as you may have seen in the other classes, so I'm just trying to find a comfortable position. Will you go in a kneeling position for me? I think this class will be slow-ish, but like we'll just tick off things as we go along. So for our assessment of our neck, all we're going to do is not do anything fancy. Kira is just going to look left and right, but it should be like on an axis here. There's a pole going straight down through her head and down through her body. And as she rotates her to look left and right, she's not kind of side bending at the same time or anything like that. So just get a feel of, not like where I can strain to, just end range, what it feels like. So for two things, like what our end range is like and how the muscles feel, because you might get similar distance on both, but then when you go to one side, it might feel nasty and the other side doesn't. Then we're going to do a side bend, so it's like ear to shoulder, so you're coming straight across, yeah, and then ear to other shoulder. Again, we're trying not to rotate. I'm not super strict on this stuff. We're just not trying to like, oh, I'm side bending, but I'm actually just rotating like completely off. All right, so just get a few of those. And then we're going to do our chin to our chest, straight down, and then the opposite, obviously looking up in the air. And again, we're trying to get the neck to do the movement, not too much of anything else. So simple things for you to check. And then there's one, no, we won't go there. I was going to talk about the eyes, we won't go there. From there then, we are going to just check our bite on our teeth. So a lot of people just have, like, the airway is a little bit blocked. For me, especially, I've had a lot of concussions and stuff playing sport. I know the first thing, if I feel tension in my hips, my back, long before I feel that, I know that I'll start to feel tension up around my neck and my jaw and stuff. And clients that I see with similar things, like it's the neck has to be cleaned up first. So the teeth play a big role. So all I'm going to get you to do is gently bite down on your teeth, Kira, and then relax, and just do that a couple of times for me. And all I'm trying to get you to assess is like where makes contact and where doesn't, or where makes more contact. And even if you don't want to bite, you can just kind of just leave them rest against each other. And I'm going to ask, like, where do you feel more contact, left or right side, or is it even?
Probably more on the left side.
On the left side. And then is it more front or back of your teeth in general?
Back.
Back. And then do you feel more contact on the back left? You feel your molars on the back
I
left.
feel like I'm missing the
Contact here on the front right.
on top.
Yeah.
Everywhere else is pretty.
No problem contacting. Now don't try to get there. Just go straight down, like as if you're just trying to be neutral. So you feel back right and back left.
Yeah.
And then you feel front left and you feel like you're missing front right.
Yeah.
Cool. It's just, everyone will be different. A lot of people who don't move as well as Ciara won't be able to get contact on the back, on the molars on either side. And that's like the same as being able to get your weight back into your heels as well. So a lot of people will struggle to get back there. From there, we're going to lie on our back, or Ciara's going to lie on our back. You can scoot down a little bit. Cool. So check your teeth and stuff. I think that's a really nice one to check. Imagine you're chewing 10,000 times a day, or actually way more than that, sorry. That's your walking. So like every time your teeth contact, it always contacts on one side and not the other. Something interesting to consider. So knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. We're just going to explore the jaw for a minute. So Ciara's going to take her two hands and place them up on her jaw. Yeah. You just stay relaxed. Don't do anything crazy, right? And you're just going to kind of come around the jaw line and come around to that corner edge part with your fingers. You feel that corner where it wants to go up. Yeah, so just that corner there. So we're just going to feel that point. All we're going to do here is, so her two fingers, her left finger and her right finger, or you could have more than one finger, is there. And all you're going to do is, not by pushing with your fingers, I just want you to protract, meaning let your jaw go forward up towards the sky, straight up, and the hands are just for feedback. Does that make sense? So jut your jaw straight up to the sky. Yeah. Is that your jaw now, or is that your neck?
My neck.
Yeah, so just your jaw, like you're doing a weird jaw thing to someone. Yeah. And then let that fall back again. Yeah. And just do that a few times. And just start to go nice and slow. And what I want you to get the feeling of is it even, left versus right? And what that means is, even would mean both sides feel like they're going at the same speed, the same amount, and kind of leaving at the same time as well.
My left side has to do more work.
What does that mean?
It feels like my right side is sticking out a bit more, and everything has to kind of go right and up.
Everything goes right and up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially my left.
So when you say left side has to do more work, like the right side glides a bit easier or something, or no?
It doesn't move as much.
The right side doesn't move as much.
The left side has to go further.
Oh, it goes further. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So for you there, you're saying that as you come, we want both sides to glide straight forward, and you're actually feeling that it kind of turns like this. The left side goes forward. Yeah. If you were someone, I think a lot of people will feel that it feels like the left side goes further forward. If you were someone who maybe wanted to connect things in the body, you might start to think, actually, maybe my pelvis goes further forward on the left side as well. So that would be a rotation of the pelvis to the right and maybe of the jaw to the right as well. Okay, maybe it might not correlate, but it is definitely interesting. All right, so all we're going to do is, with that one then, is we're just going to do about 10 reps where you try and get that to even out a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so you can use your hands. So, and it's just letting it go up and then letting it relax back. So you might need to encourage the right side to kind of leave a bit earlier or leave a bit sooner or go a bit further. And we're looking for this stuff to be happening with the least amount of tension possible. Good? Okay, good. And then we're going to relax, and then what we're going to do is just check opening and closing of the jaw. Actually, now, just after that, we should have checked probably before. Do a couple of inhales through your nose. So inhale, and then just let the air fall out. And if we checked beforehand, you'd probably feel like that the air was coming in a lot nicer now, or at least there's a lot less tension around your neck if you were someone that had tension on your neck. Okay, so now we're going to do an opening and a close. So your hands are going to go up there again. And you're just going to let, almost like the jaw falls off the hinges and opens straight down, or just opens, yeah? And then place your lips together as lightly as possible to close it, yeah? And just do that a couple of times. Good. So don't end up clenching it closed, is what I'm trying to say. Good. And again, how does it feel as you open and close? You have a click on your jaw, don't you?
I'm afraid that my jaw
It's
will
going to
get,
click
yeah. It clicks on the left side.
on the left side, yeah. Do you feel like it opens evenly?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So all we're doing, like, these are assessments, but they're also exercises, like. It's just like moving the pelvis, the scissor slides, all of that stuff, getting things to glide, that's all. So that's kind of protraction and retraction and opening and closing. And then we're going to go into a few breaths. So what we're going to do is that we're actually going to protract the jaw. So you're going to push that jaw up towards the sky again. That's number one. The second thing, you're going to look your eyes back behind you. That's number two. When you look the eyes back, you'll probably be able to feel that the jaw can go up a little bit more now. And I want you to let the neck extend a little bit as you do that. Yeah, good. So come back again, we'll just run through that again. So I told you not to do anything with your neck before. So now you should feel, as you push the jaw up, you should feel the neck wanting to extend back a little bit. Just naturally, it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so jaw goes up, neck will just extend ever so slightly. Then you look the eyes back, yeah? Then you can get the jaw to probably go a bit further. Yeah, now your neck is in a position. I just want you to relax your jaw and your eyes. Yeah, eyes, good. And then leave your neck where it is and keep your hands, and let your hands relax down. Good. Okay, and then we're going to do 5 breaths in this position. So in through the nose and then slowly let it relax out of the mouth. You should feel, might feel that your inhale now comes in a lot easier because the airway is open, or we're just decompressed around here a little bit. It's not, I could tell you to open your, or to extend your neck and just pull back. I'd rather just say gently let the jaw protract and the eyes look back, brings us into a slight little bit, opens it up a little bit, and then I can breathe from there. Remember after your exhale to take your pause. Good. Your inhale. And remember after your exhale to place your lips back together again. But like we were saying with the opening and closing, it's a place the least amount of tension possible to place the lips back together. Exhale, let the jaw fall off the hinges. Good. There's no clenching of the jaw to close it, it's just lips closed gently together. Brilliant. Excellent. Exhale, let it all go. Good. Last one. And exhale and let it go. Good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our hands up on our chest area, so up on the collarbone area. Sorry, I'm in your way. So elbows stay relaxed on the floor. Don't tense to do this. Elbows stay relaxed on the floor. You're just letting your hands and fingers and palms or whatever to rest on around the collarbone area. What I want you to start to feel is, number one, any tissue that attaches to the collarbone is going to go soft. So you can just consciously let that happen. Hopefully that you just relax tissue around the collarbone area and your face and your jaw. Let that go. We're going to do about 10 breaths here. And each breath, what we're going to start to do is hopefully increase the amount of exhale. And what we're looking for is that Kira feels that as she exhales out of her mouth, her collarbones almost and her upper chest gets a chance to fall down away from her chin. She's not worried about her lower ribs in any way, shape or form here. It's like what's the waterfall? So from the top down, it's like the top ribs are going to go and like waterfall down rather than trying to pull the lower ribs into position. Okay, so you're going to do your inhale and you're only allowed to exhale as much as you feel your neck stay relaxed. And I just want you to feel that this moves, that didn't move there. So inhale. Exhale, just feel that area just drop. Just invite it now. Good, just give it an invitation to drop. Do not use tension, muscular tension to do that. In through the nose. And then invite it. Good, you just feel them collarbones melt away from your jaw, from your chin. So they melt down away a little bit, and I also want you to feel the hands closing from side to side so that both sides of the chest internally rotate together. Good. The exhale only increases if I can stay relaxed and not end up tensing. Okay? For your inhale, I want you, obviously the lips are to keep together gently. I want you to feel that the inhale falls in through your nose so slowly and softly that it wouldn't even brush off a nostril hair, that we wouldn't even disturb it. It's like the air is trying to break into someone's house like a sneaky little burglar. You're not involved in the inhale. There is no pull involved in the inhale. The inhale will come in when it needs to come in after the exhale. So instead of you trying to be the inhaler, feel how the inhale happens to you and it starts to come in through your nose. Okay? That's really important. There's nostril hairs there, they're the alarms. The air should be able to fall into your body rather than being pulled in and them alarms going off. Okay? So we're going to do 3 or 4 breaths of that. Feel that air creeping in through your nose. Exhale, feel the chest drop and close. Good. And what's really nice then is that we're going to start to feel the chest open from side to side away from each other as we inhale. So the chests are going to externally rotate as I inhale and internally rotate. The hands go like almost feel like they're coming closer together on the exhale. We'll do one more. Excellent, and then let it go. Good, perfect. So from here, so all we've done is just explore the jaw a little bit and then get into this position. So the last 10 breaths are probably, if you follow the sequence, the best 10 breaths you've done in a long time if you've managed to stay relaxed and not end up forcing it. All we're going to do from here is work on a little bit of rotation of the head and the neck. So I'm going to make this as slow and easy and gentle as possible. So Kira's rotation that she did in kneeling before, not worrying about the breath now, I just want you to try and rotate and as on axis as possible and as slow as possible. Even slower. Yeah. Good. Even slower. Feel it like so slowly that it just rolls. Yep. There's no tension involved. Now a jaw on your belly. Your hair, yeah. Okay. And clips. We should have said that at the start. Okay, cool. So from there, so we're just getting a few gentle rotations in. Now we're going to add in a reach. So what we've done there is your body has not moved. We've moved your head on top of your body. Now we're going to teach you how to reach and move your ribs underneath your head. So both ways your neck is turning. One way we're moving your head to move your neck. The other way we're going to move your rib cage to move your neck. If your eyes don't move, the neck is still almost counter-rotated or just rotated, okay? So what we're going to do is the laziest, I call this lazy reach. So what you're going to do is use your left hand up in the sky, and I want you to see how little tension you can use to keep that left hand there. And then I want you to imagine that I have your arm completely. Your body doesn't even own it anymore, okay? And I'm going to start to take your hand up towards the roof. So you're doing a reach, but imagining that like there's nothing that's doing it for you, no muscle, if that makes sense. So start to let that arm go up towards the sky. Yeah, I would actually put this hand out on the rib here. Good. And explore how far you can get it to go. Good. Without straining, yeah? I think you can go a bit further.
Without straining the jaw?
Without straining anything. Straining now, there will be movement, but that's not the same as like my shoulder, delts, or anything like that working. Okay? Good. And then let it go. Good. And you're just going to work through that a few times. So the laziest reach of all time. Good. And you're making sure that it's not like just the shoulder. You should start to feel how the shoulder blade gets dragged with it. And what you'll feel is that your chest is going to rotate. So if your left arm is reaching, your chest is going to rotate that way as a result of the reach. Yeah. Which means your neck is counter-rotating by virtue of just the eyes staying forward. Good. One more maybe, and now just keep it up here this time. So keep it up here. Imagine I'm taking your arm. Let go of your arm. Good. And now hold the arm again with as little tension as possible. Good. And now we're going to do a couple of breaths in this position. So the same breathing. Good. The laziest but big reach you can get. Appreciate how your chest has had to rotate to the right in this position to get that to happen. Good. And don't forget, I want your exhale to feel like it moves your chest or your collarbones. Allow them to fall and melt away on your exhale. Good. One more. Good. And then you're going to let that one fall back down. And then you're going to try your right hand reach. Yeah, so the laziest reach possible. And you're going to go for, 6 or 7 nice slow reps. Yeah. So like lazy hand, lazy fingers, lazy elbow, lazy scap, lazy neck. See when you let go of the hand and the fingers there, it's actually a bit easier to get the reach to happen. If you're like tensing, the reach feels like it's coming from the wrist rather than the laziness. And the elbow. It's not that like I wanted to have this like take my strong hand reach, it's just a lazy reach. Good. And if it wants to be like, if it wants to move into more pronation, which is kind of the hand turning that way, or if it wants to be in more supination, whichever allows you to be more relaxed, or if it feels like it wants to twist a little bit. This is just an exploration, so it's not one or the other, okay? Then we're going to reach, keep it reached, and then we're going to do our breath. Oh, that was a click in my knee. Good. Always explore. Do I need to be a bit further? Do I need to be a bit less? Do I need to be a bit pronated or supinated? Where do I need the hand? Can I let go of tension in the jaw, the neck, and particularly, to be honest, the collarbones? So the question is, can I make my collarbones softer without losing my reach? That's a cue that most people need. Good. We've probably one more, do we? 2 more. Good. Okay, and then you can relax. Yeah. Feel okay? Yeah. Just check your protraction and retraction of your jaw again. Maybe with the hands if you want. Just feel that gliding. So like, I'm not saying it's going to have changed or anything like that, but what I want us to start to recognize is like this kind of stuff. Where am I compressed? This is everything in this whole site should be about. Where am I compressed? Where can I not get movement? Where is opening and expanding maybe too much, or at the differences between side to side? If we can start to increase movement where there isn't any, and decrease movement maybe where there's too much, then most people, that's as specific as they need to get. All right, cool. And then we're going to kneel up, and we're going to do just check our neck rotations again. Actually, I think the people watching should actually go for a little walk around the room and feel their newborn arms swing. I think there's something in my head. And the relaxation at their shoulders and their neck. Your neck should feel like a lot lighter, okay? So you're just going to check your rotations. This is always the fake part of the class because you're not too bad in the first place. Okay, so what we covered there, I have my board. So what we covered is we assessed our rotations. We did our protraction and retraction of the jaw. So we're here, we're lying on our back, and we're getting this gliding up and down to happen, and we're assessing like does one glide the other one way really fast, which is more of a turn and a rotation. Okay, similar things are happening at the pelvis. We also assess the bite at the teeth, which a lot of the time will tell us about tongue position and stuff like that as well. We assess the opening and closing of the jaw. A lot of the time, again, it will feel like one side just races open and the other side just stays a bit compressed. We started to do some breath work with the jaw. So we got the neck, the airway to open a little bit by protracting the jaw and looking the eyes back. It just opens it ever so slightly, which allows the ribs to drop ever so slightly. Then we encourage the chest to move and open and close a little bit. Then we rotated the neck just on axis, head moving on the body. And then we did the lazy reach, which teaches the body to move underneath the head. Okay, this would be a very important class to do more than once, or maybe parts of it more than once. Please let us know how you get on with it, and please don't underestimate this. Pair it with the pelvis class and you will feel so much more relaxed. Best of luck.